am back. I've had some Wi-Fi issues, but I did want to share with you a despacho ritual. So I'm going to go ahead and share a little bit about it before I get started. So this is a practice that comes from the Andes. It is an open practice. It is a beautiful practice. It is something that could be done as an offering. It can be done as a prayer. It is mostly really, there's things that have specific meanings, but it's mostly the meaning and the intention that you use, that you give to each item that you use as you create your despacho. And your despacho is sort of like a mala, because it's also something temporary and ephemeral. You're going to burn it or bury it when you're finished. You can use some things that are not temporary on your despacho and take them off before you burn it or bury it. Hello, Melody. Welcome back. Hello, Esther. Hello, Lynn. I wanted to do this where I usually do it, and apparently my Wi-Fi was not collaborating. So we're back in the kitchen. I was saying it's so funny. We have this beautiful studio and a nice area downstairs with a wood stove and the tree, and we have chestnuts roasting on the fire, not an open fire, but on the wood stove, and yet, the Wi-Fi. But grateful to have this other little spot to have Wi-Fi and be able to communicate with you all. So, can I leave my despacho out for a few days? Yes. You can keep your despacho out for as long as you want. So before we were cut off, I was going to share with you that I have a despacho that I left in Chile, because when I did that despacho, which was a prayer despacho, I wanted to bury it or burn it in the mountains. And COVID happened, and I never had an opportunity to get there. And I didn't bring it back with me. And so when I go back in February, I'm either going to bury it or burn it in the mountains, or bring it back here with me to take it to the mountains. So, but I'll probably burn it or bury it there. But yeah, so it's been over a year. When you do your despacho, right? So we will create a beautiful mala with all our items, and each item has a specific meaning to us, etc. And then you can add incense to it, especially if you're going to burn it. You could add a little bit. Usually they add llama fat for it to ignite quicker. So you could add, different things to it. And of course, if you're going to add something like that, you don't want to leave it for a few days or years, right? You could add that right before, or just avoid it. So anyhow, so then you go ahead and you're going to fold it, and so that you can keep the little folded. So you fold it. Usually you're folding it with your manta, and so you remember that your manta, your cloth, is something that you're using often. So you don't want to wrap it on your manta. Okay, you create it on your sacred space, your manta, but when you tie it up, you're just tying this up. You can use gift wrap. I was going to get gift wrap, and I forgot, because I have so much right now, for Christmas. So you could put gift wrap and wrap it. And the one that I have in Chile, I actually put it in a bag. And so I have it inside of a bag on my altar in Chile. And then what you can do with that is you can take that and pass it over your body for cleansing, for blessing. You can put it to somebody else, hold it on their heart, their head, just use it as a blessing or as healer or as cleanser. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And keep it until New Year's. Yeah, I think keeping it until New Year's, Lynn, makes perfect sense to me since it is a solstice one despacho that we're making, and we're sort of like double celebrating the new year, right? Because the new year traditionally starts now. This is our traditional new year. Tonight, the solstice is when we have always celebrated until, the religions came in and switched dates a little bit. Oh, thank you, Lynn. So these little bags, I found them. I love them to include some things. Are you doing the special live now? Yes, Esther, my previous live got cut off because of Wi-Fi, so I have not done anything yet. The other thing is, you do not have to exactly follow me, and every despacho is different, okay? Every despacho is different. There's so many things that you can do, and every despacho that I do is different, and that's one of the beautiful things about it. Okay, I am going to go over the leaves, and so if you bought the kit, it does have some instructions and on how to do it, but again, you can do it in so many different ways. I can't even remember which instructions I wrote on there. I know that you can use cotton sometimes, there's lots of things, but we're going to do it this way today, all right? So we're going to do it this way, the way that we're about to do it. And we're actually, we are going to start with the bay leaves, and you can write on them, or just, it could be something that you do in your mind and your heart, like a prayer. And I'm going to go ahead but yeah, the bay leaves called quintus, which are traditionally coca leaves, play a pretty important role in this, okay? But let's go ahead and do a blessing. Before we begin, we have Mama Cocha right here, and I have several little goddesses here. Oops, falling over. And I just want to begin by saying that I am so grateful to our sacred mothers and goddesses for having brought us together, our tribe, our beautiful tribe. I think this year we've all grown closer together, and it's been really, really beautiful. I think we're taking shape. We're just a beautiful group, and when I moved up here from downstairs, I thought, oh, this is perfect, because there we are, like all the chakra goddesses, our tribe, it's growing in a beautiful way, slowly and very, what's the word? Genuine. I can't say that in English, but it's beautiful. And so I'm very grateful to our sacred mothers and goddesses, to Spirit, for having brought our beautiful friendships that I know that are growing. It's beautiful to see you all making friendships amongst each other, hearing some that are planning on visiting each other. It's just beautiful. And so I just want to start by thanking the sacred mothers and goddesses for that, because it really is, it's their energy, Spirit, that has brought us together. And so thank you to sacred mothers and goddesses, and we call forth the energies also of our ancestors, angels, all our spirit guides, and we come together to honor Pachamama, to thank Pachamama for a beautiful year that has brought us together. And also, it's an opportunity to ask Pachamama and the Apus, which are represented by the mountains, and that is the sacred masculine spirit. We ask them for their blessing going forward for the coming year, 2023, and we thank them for what is and what has been. And now you take your leaves and we wake up the spirit in the leaves and we thank them for what they're going to release and what they're going to bring forth. And you blow into them 3 times your energy. Okay, so these, the quintus, you're going to take some, and this it doesn't matter, it's up to you. Okay, and there's different ways. Like sometimes I will take, if I have a big bag of them, I will take the more perfect ones. Okay, so those are for things that I will be, because we're going to be asking for blessing as well as, so we're going to be receiving, not asking, we're going to be receiving the blessing for the coming year as well as gratitude, and we're going to be leaving some things behind in the old year. So the things that you're leaving behind in the old year, sort of like working with new moon and full moon energy, right? So the ones that you want to leave behind, maybe they're the ones that are sort of crooked, like that. But again, it doesn't have to be. But so I have 1, 2, 3. Again, you can have as many as you want. 2, 3, and well, let's see. I'm gonna ask for more that I'm gonna get rid of. So Hugh, can you put them in your room? Sorry about that. I know there's Snoopy's so loud. Okay, so on the bay leaves, you can either write down or just know that, hold on a minute, please. Sergio? Okay, so on the bay leaves, I like doing it as an offering. He's in labor right now, and at sunrise I present it to the sun. Beautiful at the same time. Oh, that's beautiful, Melody. Oh, thank you, Esther. When a baby's born and receives their name from the medicine man, we introduce them to Father, Son. Oh, I love that. That's beautiful, Melody. So wait, I'm going to read that again. I like as an offering. Mom Gaia is in labor right now, and at sunrise I present it to the sun since he was just born. Very, very beautiful, Melody. Thank you for sharing. Okay. So, well, and wait, before I begin to, in the tradition, everything to the left is Mother Earth, Pachamama, and everything to the right is the Apus, the sacred masculine. Okay, that's not something that you need to adhere to, but it's just interesting information. And if you want to be keeping them separate and giving prayers to or gratitude or on different sides, you want to keep them on different sides, for example. So you're doing it for sacred masculine and sacred feminine. So it would be like sacred, masculine and sacred feminine. Maybe I would be asking for everything for protection from the Apus, right? From the sacred masculine, and everything to bring forward from sacred feminine, or maybe you decide to ask some from each. That is entirely up to you. Okay? But what you're going to do with these to begin with, so you separated them, so you take out the ones that are your gratitude for what's to come, okay? And then these are things that you need, things or people that you need to leave behind, that you need to release from the last year. Now, these could be, for example, hold on, let me get a pen. So, hola hermanitas. So on this, we could, for example, on this one, we're gonna write pain, right? I can't write that on my hand. So I'm gonna write pain. Well, can I write pain? My pen doesn't write. Okay, pain. Etc., etc. Okay, so you write down the things that you are letting go of. And then on the other ones, you are going to write down the things that you are attracting. That could be health, a new job, whatever it is that you are attracting, a healthy baby granddaughter, etc. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and make space for the despacho. As I said before, there are no rules. You do this however it is that you feel led to. Now, traditionally, first of all, we're going to begin. You have your things here, right? Now you're going to go ahead and we start our blessing. Go ahead and do a cross for the four directions, for the 4 elements. I'm going to stand the goddesses here. All right. Wait, oh, here's my 4th one. There we go. And so this, I don't have white sugar. I'm using rice for good luck, for prosperity and abundance. I like using sugar too for sweetness, for the sacred feminine. Everything that is like the candies, all the sweetness in a despacho represent Mother Earth, and white represents the apus, the sacred masculine. So I'm going to begin with rice. It was rice, but you can use just sugar, or like I'm using, I would like to use sugar, but I don't have any, but look at these beautiful little pearlies. So I'm going to use some of this sugar to put around here. I'm not going to use them all because, I think I might use them later. Now, my little goddesses, you could use resin goddesses here. You could use crystals, anything to kind of hold space. And you are creating protection as you do this, but traditionally you don't use salt right on these. So you do the salt for protection. You would do it on the outside of your tablecloth, okay? So we've done that for the sacred feminine. We thank all our ancestors again, Pachamama, for the blessings. And now we're going to begin first by, hold your your quintus. You hold the quintus that are all mangled. And just close your eyes and you can sing, you can make noise, you can light some incense and start thinking about what it is that you are leaving behind. You can speak it to yourself, you can speak it silently, you could say it out loud, you can sing. And when you're done with that, you're going to put it down right in the middle. Everything that we are leaving behind. I'll just give you a few more minutes. It could be things that you are giving up about you too, like bad habits. Don't let it be about things like losing weight and things like that, but other kinds of things which lead to those. Okay, so now that we've left everything behind, they could be toxic people that come into our lives. It could be, I don't know, you can actually give me some ideas here on the chat if you would like to share. Then you take some beans. I have black beans here. They could be any kind of beans. If you don't have beans, something else that is heavy, that represents weight. Now, you don't have to use a lot of things here, just a few things. It's all symbolic. So we're putting these beans here to weigh down these toxic energies so they cannot rise up again. So in the spiritual world, in the metaphysical world, we are weighing it down so they cannot rise up again. Then next, we need something that I don't have, but I hope that for those of you who got the kit, you should have gotten a little bit of chia. Let me grab some. I didn't find chia, but I'm going to use a little bit of flax seed. So the chia is, symbolic, like, is there tiny little grains? What else could you use? Some amaranth, for example, because the idea is that all this toxic things will not find their way. They're going to get lost. They won't be able to rise because of the weight, because it's keeping it grounded and protected. And they will get lost on their way back to to your life because they are gone. They're going to stay behind. And we don't want them to find their way back. Whatever it is, pain, financial distress, whatever it is. Hey, Cece. You can, with the charms from the kit, you can use them like this, but you remove them before you burn it or before you. I forgot to bring my charms. Thank you. I knew I was forgetting stuff. So let me get this little bag of charms. So it's to make it look pretty, like I have these goddesses here. I forgot that I included that. Thank you, Esther. But yeah, my idea was to sort of, as you work around here, as you create your despacho, and then you would have meaning, for example, for whatever it is that you got here. Okay, so what does this mean to you? They have a special meaning to me. I'm not going to tell you because you are going to be Well, why not? I can tell you sort of because okay, so turtles mean Mother Earth. They have all their spiritual symbolism, but for me also they remind me of childhood. And yes, they definitely are home. Okay? And a fish. Okay, so if you got a fish, you would think about what does a fish mean to you? And you know, where does that fit into your life? Oh, and a heart. So look at it like that, like divinatory, and from what you are moving into, from what we are moving into this new year. Oh yes, I did. I think this is the third time. But did I maybe film it last year? I'm glad you do like it, Esther. I think I've done it live for last 3 years. But I think it's the first time that I included things and that I, put the ritual out there. But I definitely would love to do it again. So I love that, Esther. Thank you for the feedback. Letting go of denial. Denial can be a protective device. Yes. Give it to Pachamama. My girls love their mystery bags and they picked which one they wanted, and each one got a bag that matched their personalities. Whoa, first time with a kit. True. So it's the kit. Oh, I'm so glad for that, Esther. Thank you. I'm so glad. I love that feedback. I'm glad that you liked it. And I love putting together these kits. So awesome. Thank you. Okay, so your chia seeds, or if you don't have your amaranth, so they don't get away. Okay, so now once we're done with that, this is a perfect time to burn a little bit of your incense, and so we cleanse the space because we're kind of burying that stuff, the stuff that we're giving up, right? Whatever it is that we don't want to continue to manifest in our lives. I keep knocking this goddess over. So we're going to cleanse the space, and then we're going to start working with putting our things down. And these little things that I included in the kit, they are great to burn things in. You can even put these in the oven. Okay. So now that we're set with that, we're going to go ahead and call in our ancestors. I ran out of raisins, but I have cranberries. Again, it's the idea. The idea is that for raisins, because raisins is what's used traditionally, raisins are so important, in that part of the world. And raisins are for our ancestors, for our abuelitas and our abuelitos, the little raisins, all wrinkled up, all our elders, our ancestors. And so they are protecting us. They are looking out for us. So we put them down first. And I think about Ruthie as our ancestor here for the tribe. So we put we want to be well protected. You can put us, it's not about the quantity, it's the quality and the intention. And so, but I'm feeling like I really want a lot of protection. I'm going to cover that up. All those, I forgot the name of it. There's a name for this energy. I believe it's Monet, but I'm not sure for all the energy that we're getting rid of. Okay, so now we are well protected. Oh yes, I'm so glad they love their backs on students, and we can do this together next year. Oh, I love that melody. Oh, That's so sweet, Melody. I like that idea. So we can all do it together. We could all like zoom in and see what we're doing. I love that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put down, I'm going to put mine this way, because you can do this any way you want, okay? So this is for next year. And we thank Pachamama for the blessings that are coming next year. And as you start to put everything down for Pachamama, and if you put things for the Apus, you go ahead and remember to be thinking about those things that you're calling in, okay? Be thinking in your mind's eye. Oh, and I remember last year I had put in the middle a little mini card of Pachamama. I didn't do that this year, but we have her. She's right here. And we have her everywhere. Okay, so that being said, I am going to begin by thanking Pachamama for all her blessings, all she has provided and all she will be providing. I thank her for my garden that I started this year, that I know this 2023 will be even better, because yeah, this was just the first year. And I thank Pachamama also for my first time planting Pachamama medicine. Those who know, you know, thanks Pachamama for that. And so many things that are yet to be harvested. And for everything that was and was enjoyed for this beautiful year, for all the adventures that were and the ones that are to come. And then think about what it is that you want to see happen in this coming year in your mind's eye. As you add, could be lentils you could be adding rice, anything that represents. Again, lentils is used because they look like little coins. So let's just silently, I'm going to be thinking too of everything that I'm wanting to manifest this coming year. Okay. All right, with that one, now we are going to come and decorate with some candies. So Pachamama, again, loves candies. So you see how beautiful this is. Now, as you're putting, these are beautiful sugar yummy candies. Think about, what do they make you think of? What is it that you are being grateful for? What is it that you're grateful for in 2022 and that you are calling to you in 2023? Sweetness, sweet offerings to Pachamama for our gratitude for all these, because you know, Spirit wants us to be joyful. It's for us to be in a state of joy, not suffering, not sad or anger. So in these offerings that we make, and in the asking with gratitude, it does nothing but make Pachamama more. I mean, think about, you know, those of us who have been moms or grandmas or have, loved little, beautiful little children. We just want them to be happy, right? To receive, your child is going to give you a gift. No, you just want, just a hug or a card. You know what I mean? It's like that mother love. So in that, know that the sweetness is what, you need to be calling in. This is what's yours, right? And if you get white, it's just for the apus, for the sacred masculine. We're gonna put him right there. Chocolates, all chocolate and silver is for Mamacocha as well. So offerings. Now we have more candy, lots of candies. So we would have also seashells are put into the despacho. I prefer not to put a seashell, so I just have it here during the ceremony, but I don't like to bury them. Instead, if you see this, if you got this despacho, this is some cochayuyo. This is seaweed that I got from the ocean, well, from the sand in Chile. And this is for Mamacocha. We thank Mamacocha, the ocean goddess, for all her bounty, for her beauty. Okay, what else? What else? Anybody have something to share of what they are putting down? I have flowers, beautiful dried flowers, and then I have also beautiful real flowers. So these were bought especially for the offering. Mamacocha, Pachamama, and the apus. Cochayuyo. That's pretty close, Lulu. I don't know if I can type here. It's cocha. It's double L's instead of Y. That is pretty close though. I included dried blue and yellow corn kernels. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, another thing that's sometimes included is cotton. Cotton to show these cochayuyo. Yes, and it's all one word. Ground coffee or coffee beans. And what do they symbolize for you? Yes, so raw, so you can add cotton. You can dye cotton in different colors. So because there's a lot of work too with the chakras, so you can add the different, I wonder if you could do it with coloring, food coloring on cotton, because that's commonly done. Also, you could do cotton like as a foundation for this to indicate like softness of the year coming ahead, or maybe cotton for the overworld, because there's not really like a heaven, it's more like the overworld, which is also like the underworld, kind of like, just like the underworld of Hades and Persephone. Raw cotton. Wow. What does that look like? I'm looking at what other flowers I'm going to put in here for my offering for Pachamama. And again, as you do this, you know, we are thanking her. Like I'm thinking of all the beautiful, I had so much fun at the beach this year. I had not been to the beach in a long time. I mean, I've been to not the beach, because I was at the beach in Chile, okay? I was living at the beach, a block from the beach. I had not been to the beach here in the U.S., which is home. Also, I mean, the U.S. is more home to me than Chile, I've realized, you know? And I was able to go many times this summer. And just the first time I went, I just wept. So I'm so grateful to Mama Cocha and Pachamama for that, you know. So grateful, and looking forward to spending more time with the ocean and in the mountains too, because I plan to be going back to the desert in Chile. Pictured myself on a Texas vacation. Wow. Raw cotton is sacred to us. Oh, I love that. You know, I have raw cotton on my wreath. What does it represent? I have it because I think it's beautiful. What does it represent? Tell me. And what does the coffee represent? I'm adding more rice, and as I add the rice, I am thanking Mama Cocha again for a beautiful year that's passed, which was a pretty awesome year, and thanking her for all the amazing things that are coming up, even better that you could imagine. Just allowing for the space for what is going to be created, knowing that our universe is abundant. I would love to know what raw cotton symbolizes. I'm also so grateful to Pachamama for her daily beauty. So beautiful. It is so healing, you know, when you can just be in such a mood and then you just step outside and you just remember. Basically, you remember yourself, you know. Rock on a sacred plant of Obatala, many different rituals, and for head rogations. I don't know what a head rogation is, but it sounds very fascinating. Okay, I think I like it. I think I like it. Going to add some pieces of pine cone. don't know if I can break this other one. I might not be able to break it. All right, well, there must be a meaning in that. I cannot break it. It is 3. Coffee in order to signify a divine masculine divination. Ooh. Peace, serenity, mental clarity, balanced mind and body and spirit, prosperity. They had nuts in them, so thought it would be good. Yes, very good. I was thinking, yesterday when I was out, I actually saw peanuts, and I wanted to get them, to put them in here for the same reason. I thought they'd be really nice surprises when all this kind of dissolves. And I didn't get them, but I did get some nuts that I'm going to put in here. And what else was I going to put in here? Oh, the candies. Let me get the other nuts. So here are some nuts. That one is already out, ready to be eaten. Ancestors love coffee. Ooh, I'm gonna put some coffee on here too. Thank you for the idea. So nice and colorful. I'm going to have some whacked out squirrels. They're going to have some coffee, and they're going to have candy, and they're going to have, it's going to be because of the nuts. Did I tell you all? No, I'm just going to be positive. So I'm thanking Pachamama for my tooth to be fixed without a hitch. Oh, isn't that great? That you just feel it and you know what it's for. I just ate a fresh hazelnut. Okay. I really think I should cut this one, but I don't know how. Well, the knife didn't work. It's too hard. It's too hard. I'm having some design some design problems here. Nope. I guess it'll have to do somehow. Oh, a little pearl fell in there. And I kind of like that. So that is basically the sponge is just a beautiful moving prayer. And it's an offering because when you're done, this is all going to go in the earth. Again, I'm going to take out these little clay goddesses. I'm going to take out my resin pieces. But everything else you know, and if you're going to keep it for a while, you know, think about what you're putting in here too, because you don't want to put stuff that's going to go bad, right? Crown is great to place on crown chakra of experiencing addicts, depression, anxiety, layer like a covering. Oh, I love that. Thank you. These, by the way, are made of sugar. These are edible, beautiful edible pearls for Pachamama. Oh, yes, please do. Well, mine got a little messed up now because I'm trying to make it come in here a little bit because I wanted to fold it. Let's see. Again, I take out many of the items. Okay, now when you're done with your despacho, and you can make this go on for, you know, for as long as you want, you will fold it. Now, I'm going to take these out just because I don't have a lot of space, but you want to leave these in, really, because they're going to smell fabulous when you burn it. I guess if you bury it, it doesn't matter. Oh, right, and I'm going to bury this one because I want this for squirrels to eat it, so that's true. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to put a few more nuts in there. Okay, so once you're ready, and you could leave it out, you could do your despacho and leave it out on a plate for, you know, for people to see for a little while. Remember, it's sacred, so you don't want to leave it out for just anybody to see, but maybe family members, maybe you want to have family members add something to it. Of course, you can always do this in a group, by the way. It could be as big as you want it to be, and it could be as small as you want it to be. Okay? Once you're finished with this, and you could have this in wrapping paper, you fold it, and you remember that the right is the sacred masculine coming in, and then the sacred feminine coming in. Could be done in any order. And then I think the order of this is maybe a little bit more significant, but doesn't matter again. You have the earth rises to meet the sky, and the sky comes down to meet the earth. And then you wrap your despacho. Again, there's many ways of making this, and you can bury it, you can burn it. If you burn it, excuse me, usually they are burned, by the way, and a piece of llama fat is put in here. but you don't have to. If it's, especially if it's a healing one, if you're using it primarily for healing. This one, by the way, can be used for healing also. So maybe you want to wrap it up and then wrap it in this cloth and leave it somewhere so that when your Christmas holiday guests come over, you can pass it over them to bless them, to cleanse them, right? But if you're doing that, you want to keep it wrapped in your altar cloth. You want to keep it protected, right? So, or in a bag. Or in a bag, like I have mine in Chile in a bag. But you don't want it to be like this, unprotected, okay? You want it to be protected, and you keep it on your altar until it's time for you to let it go. And you take it like this, and you pass it over. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Many people with the quintus, the leaves, where you wrote the bad stuff, instead of writing the bad stuff, what you can do is take the leaves, the ones that are kind of wonky looking, the ones that you're going to take the toxic out of your life, and you will actually pass it all over your body. Those 3 or however many leaves, it could be 1 leaf for each thing. You could have, I don't know, 20 leaves of things you're trying to get rid of, and you pass it over your body. And then you do what we did here. So another way. All right. Does anybody have any questions? So this, I'll tell you what, this despacho, I'm going to put it on my altar, and I'm going to do exactly that. I'm just going to, you can pass it over you. You can hold it to your heart and pray or meditate. For me, it's the same thing, just different words. But, manifest, envision, pray, meditate, whatever, holding this to your heart. You can hold it to your third eye to meditate, to, bring more energy into that area with this. Again, you can, pass it over other people and do the same. You treat it like you would any other healing tool. So after you use it on somebody, cleanse it over some, maybe some sage or Palo Santo, whatever. Actually, I was going to say whatever you use, not whatever, but whatever you use for cleansing. And actually, pine cones are really good. And this is thanks to Melody, because I think it was Melody who mentioned this, right, Melody, about using pine cones? And I love it. They're wonderful. Thank you, Esther. Yes, please do share in the group, everybody. Any questions? Let me know if anybody has any questions before I go. No questions already? Well, I thank you so much for joining. And a reminder that tomorrow at 8 p.m. I will be here to present our goddess for 2023. Oh, you're so welcome. Blessed winter solstice. Yes. So tomorrow, 8 p.m. ET, hopefully from the studio. Hopefully we won't have Wi-Fi issues. and we will be able to, oh yes, Cece, and remember that you can do it anyway. You know, it is the main thing is your intention to be doing it with a heart of love and gratitude. Okay, that's the main thing. And, you know, just remember that you have this power and this energy. And with all the items, just like with all the little charms and all your altar tools, you know, you are creating your own universe. And it's a beautiful, playful yet powerful way to work. All right. Oh, I love all those emojis, Lulu. How do you do all that? All right. See you 8 p.m. tomorrow. Get hope some of you are going to join me with your oh, thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate that, by the way. If you leave me a thumbs up and share the live if you like it. Um, so let me know who's gonna join in with some Japanese food. The keyboard. Yeah, I need to get to know my keyboard. All right, besitos. Love you. Buenas noches.